seen over and over again that when we really inform people about biotechnology, that's not really working. People are maybe interested in the science, but not so much, and they just take it for granted and they make their opinion based on other things. So science is not the most important thing to think of when you are talking about communicating with the public at large. What's more important is the impact of the science. What can your project, what can your science do for society in general? What does that mean? What are the positive things, what are the negative things, and how can you communicate that? And that would be really important. And then it's also really important to listen to the concerns that people have, because that way you get a little bit of a feeling where the issues are, where the assumptions of everybody is, that, you know, this is really something may be quite different than what you expect, and then you can respond to those issues in a much better way, and try and help people understand why it is important that your research is being done. And of course it helps when you get training in this and when you try this, and also it's if you are interested in doing this, it may be well advised to organize this within your organization, to link with other people who are involved in it, to link with other people who are willing to communicate, who are employed to communicate. Now you can take the initiative, of course, but it is important that you connect and, you know, don't go out to the media without telling your boss. That wouldn't be a very good idea if that's not appreciated afterwards. So training is important. I do think you can make a difference if you are involved in this. I think it's even fun to do it because you can really reflect on your own research much better. Like, what does it mean? What am I actually contributing to society? And that will help you in finding your best career paths for the future. To a certain extent, this is now very much flagged in the media, and there's a lot of discussion about it, and you may be frustrated even by the, you know, effects of it, what it will come to you, what it means to you. But I do believe that it will soon fade out, because there are other things that are becoming more important in this situation in the world we're in now, and biotechnology will be more and more accepted. Well, having said all that, I do think we were talking a little bit about defensive communication. So when an issue floats up in the media or wherever, that you then go and communicate with publics or with stakeholders in that sense. Now, what we haven't really talked about is that it's perhaps much better to do it proactively. And proactively, that means that you be enthusiastic about your research, that you tell the impact of your research to a larger society. And you can do that in several ways. And the most interesting ways are projects where you can be involved in, for instance with school kids, where you organize maybe competitions about great science videos or what have you, in which you can make your project or your work or your issues that you want to flag to the universe in general with a larger group and with some impact, some positive impact, because that is a real important aspect of communication. So sustainability is one of these things where biotechnology can make a real difference in different aspects and different fields of biotechnology. And that would be important. And in there you can also do a lot in being involved in stakeholder meetings about sustainability criteria, or about trying to find out how science is reflected in those criteria and whether it makes sense or not. You can make your contribution there, and that will have an impact as well. So it's not just communicating to the public, and it's not communicating as a defense mechanism for what is coming up in the media or what is coming up in your neighborhood. It would be good to get out there and to be enthusiastic, to organize an open day, to have a meeting at schools or at communities in your own neighborhood, and to tell them about your project and to involve them in why is this project good and what questions would they have they would like to see answered and whether you can do that or not. And so that there's a certain mutuality that comes along, a sort of collaboration of how we can together tackle the great challenges of this world, and how your science and how your expertise can work in the way that will help society there.